Hi friends, sir, in the last videos we covered very clearly how to execute small coding Java coding statements, next expressions from the JShell. Now you are getting the basic idea about JShell. Okay, now sir, you can ask JShell for the help. Array JShell, can you please help me? If you are crying for the help, JShell is always going to provide everything, man, everything. Sir, what are various commands available in the JShell? Sir, with each command, next what are various options available, how to use these commands, complete information JShell is going to provide. But only thing is you require to ask. Are you getting? So how I can get help from the JShell? That part I have to discuss. Make sure, sir. So all possible commands I documented. Don't worry about that. Easily you can able to, sir, use these commands, right? Sir, first command, observe that, to know list of options available with the JShell. Sir, with the JShell, what are various options we are allowed to use? Sometimes we are using JShell-V. Are you getting? Sometimes we are using JShell-V. Sir, tomorrow I am going to use JShell- class path, something like. Okay, sir, which options allowed with the JShell command? If you want to know, what you have to do is from the command prompt. Sir, it is not from the JShell console. From the command prompt, you require to type JShell-help. Are you getting that? JShell-help you require to type. Then automatically complete list of options you can use with the JShell command. By default you are going to get, sir. Sir, let me show this one. Have a look once. Sir, I am in the command prompt. Sir, currently I am in the D drive. It's the command prompt, sir. It is not JShell. Have you observed? It is not JShell. Just I am in the normal command prompt, right? Okay. Sir, now observe what I have to take is JShell-help. Regarding JShell-help, there the list of options you can use with the JShell by default we are going to get, sir. Can you please observe that? Sir, JShell various options, like where possible options include -, class path, -, module path, -, modules, -, non-startup like -q, -s and so on, -v. Just now we used JShell-v, sir, -v, verbose mode, verbose feedback, like we covered. Sir, most of the things we are going to use, don't worry about that. So if you want to aware which options we can use with the JShell, sir, then from the command prompt you require to type on JShell-help. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, if you want to aware what are various options you can use with the JShell from the command prompt, just JShell-help. This is the first one, sir. Next, second one, I want to know which version of JShell I am using. Sir, JShell 9 or JShell 9.1, something like which version of JShell we are using. Very simple, sir. From the command prompt, just type JShell-version. Are you getting? Just observe that. Sir, second one, first one we completed already. To know version of JShell. Sir, which version of JShell we are using? What is the command is JShell. From the command prompt, JShell-version. If I am going to use -version, then automatically which version of JShell we are using we can able to get. Just let me show this one, sir. Observe a bit very carefully. Here JShell-version. Regarding JShell-version like. Now, can you please observe, sir, what is the which version of JShell I am using, sir? JShell 9. Regarding which version of JShell I am using? JShell 9. Clear for all of it, right? Sir, up to this we covered two commands. Sir, what are various options you can use with the JShell? From the command prompt you require to type JShell-help. If you want to aware which version of JShell we are using, JShell-version. Clear, right? Okay, that's all. Sir, now my requirement is I want to know introduction about the JShell. Array, I want to aware what is the introduction about the JShell. What you have to do is just enter into JShell console. Are you getting right? Just enter into JShell console. Next, you require to type /help intro. Are you getting right? Intro. Just observe the third one, sir. Observe third one. to know introduction of JShell. Introduction of JShell. Sir, from the JShell console, are you getting? The first two commands we executed from the command prompt, but now I have to execute from the JShell console. /help intro. Intro means introduction about JShell. By default we are going to get, sir. So let me show that. Sir, now first I have to enter into the JShell. How I can enter into the JShell console? JShell, that's all. Okay, welcome to JShell. Have you observed, right? It's going to tell very clearly, sir, welcome to JShell -- version 9. Okay, for introduction type /help intro. Oh, sir, if you want to know introduction about this JShell, what I have to do, sir? /help intro. Are you getting? Intro means what? Introduction, right? Now, complete information. By default, I'm going to get about the JShell, sir. Intro, sir, the JShell tool allows you to execute Java code getting, sir, do you know, just observe that the JShell tool allows to execute Java code getting immediate results. Next, you can enter a Java definition, maybe variable, method, class, etc. like int x is equal to 8. Sir, or a Java expression like x plus x, or a Java statement or import. Sir, these little chunks of Java code are called snippets. I told already, right? Whatever Java code we are executing from the JShell console, by default is considered as snippets, right? Okay, there are also JShell commands that allows you to understand and control what you are doing, like a /list. Okay, sir, like we have several commands are there with a /list like this, right? For list of commands /help like this, right? It is telling. So if you want to aware introduction demo about the JShell, what you require to do, sir? From the JShell console, you have to type /help intro. Then you are going to get complete information about JShell. So now in the JShell, there are several commands we can use. Sir, have you remembered, right? I used /exit. Are you getting? In the last videos I used /exit. Exit is one command, right? Exit is one command. /imports I used to know which packages by default available. Okay, like hey JShell, what are various commands available with you? What are various commands allows you or allowed valid with you? How you can able to aware, sir? Just simply type /help. Remember this one, sir. What is the fourth one, sir? For list of commands, I want to aware what are various commands /help like this. Only /help, don't take into /help, then you will get a list of commands by default you people are going to get, sir. Observe that. Let me use this one. Let me use this one /help from the JShell console. From the JShell console, I'm trying to type what? /help. Remember, then automatically here observe that. So type a Java language expression and so on, right? Or type the following command: /list, /edit, /drop, /save, /open, /vars, /methods, /types, imports, exit. Have you remembered, right? I used this command. List the imported items. /exit, exit the JShell. Are you getting? Like these are various commands. These are various commands we are allowed to use. Remember these ones, sir. These are various commands we are allowed to, these are the various commands allowed to use with the JShell. Clear for all of you, right? So if you want to aware all list of all available commands with the JShell from the JShell console, just simply type /help. That's all, right? So now I want to know information about a particular command. Sir, list command, for which purpose we can use? Import command, for which purpose we can use? Like I want to know, then what is the command, sir? Observe that. To get information about a particular command, I want to know information about a particular command from the JShell /help command name. You have to provide. You can use list command, methods command, imports command, exit command, like /help. So just you require to use command name. That's all. Have a look once. Observe that a bit very carefully, sir. I'm in the JShell /help exit. Command name is exit. Sir, for which purpose I can use exit? It's very clearly, sir, it's going to tell /exit, leave the J shell tool, no work is saved. Save any work before using this command. Okay, like no work is used, no work is saved, leave the J shell command. Sir, similarly, /help, help imports. Have you remembered, right? Imports command already I used, right? Imports. Sir, list current active J shell imports. Sir, in the J shell, what are various active imports are there? If you want to aware, then automatically you can use this one, sir. Next, /help list command, right? Sir, what is the information by default we are going to get? Sir, list command is going to tell array list command show the source of snippets, prefaced with a snippet ID, like sir, in the next unit I will discuss about what is the snippet ID and so on. Sir, like it is going to provide complete information about list. Remember this one, sir, all the snippets. Next, I want to know help about methods. Help about methods command. Sir, now methods command list the name, parameter type and the return type of J shell methods. Like if you want to know complete information about methods, then you require to use what? Okay, just /help followed by particular command. Clear for all of it, right? Sir, how to list out all commands /help. Okay, to get just names of all commands without any description. I don't want any description, sir, just two. I want to know a particular command information. /help command name you have to provide. So now my requirement is, array, I don't want information description, just a display names of all commands, only names, no description, only names. Okay, observe, to get just the names of all commands without any description, just the names of the commands I want. What you have to take, sir, from the J shell console, type / followed by tab. Okay, tab is a very helpful key in the J shell, sir. Observe, / followed by tab we require to type. Clear, right? How you can able to use? Observe that, sir, I am taking / and then compulsory which keyword I have to use, right? / which keyword I have to use? Tab. Okay, don't type tab. You have to use what? Tab command, tab key, press a tab. Okay, now have you observed these are various commands you can use in the J shell. Remember this one, sir. What these? If you want to know just a list of commands, if you want to use just a list of commands, what we require to take, sir? This is the / symbol. If you use / followed by tab, compulsory tab keyword, tab key you require to press, sir. Now just names you are going to get. Can you please have a look once? Press tab again to see synopsis. Sir, about these commands, one line synopsis I want. What you require to do? Press tab again. Again, press tab again. I press a tab, sir. If I press a tab, now can you please observe that? Sir, what is the purpose? Rerun last command. What is the rerun? Nth previous snippet. Sir, what is this rerun snippet by ID? What all these things we will discuss? Drop, delete a source entry, referenced by name or ID. Sir, like one line description by default we are going to get. Sir, now observe, press a tab again to see the full documentation, right? Sir, let me, I'm trying to press tab again. Now, first, sir, have you observed first command information? Reevaluate the most recently entered snippet. Let me press a tab again to see the next command. Reevaluate nth most. Let me press the tab again. Reevaluate the snippet by the snippet ID. Sir, like, do you know, complete that command by command information by default you are going to get, right? Are you in a position to understand, right? Sir, have you observed, right? To get just the names of all commands /tab. If you press a tab again, one line description. If you press a tab again, sir, first command information. Tab again, second command information. Tab again, third command information, like complete information you are going to get. But tab key, sir, take a bit special care. Okay, next, to know list of options available for a particular command. Sir, if I am using /list is the command. Sir, do you want all snippets or do you want only error snippets? Do you want only startup snippets? Like there are some options you can use with every command. Which options are there? Slash command hyphen tab. Regarding slash command hyphen tab you require to use. Remember this one, sir, so that this particular command list of options you are going to get. Clear? Have a look once, sir. Observe that slash, here just observe slash what I have to take, command name, list hyphen what is the thing I have to take, sir? Slash command name hyphen tab. Then automatically, have you observed right? With the slash list, sir, how many options you can use? Hyphen all you can use, hyphen history you can use, hyphen start you can use. But how you can able to use that in the next sessions we will discuss. Sir, press tab again to see the synopsis. Let me press tab again. Yep, again. Now it is going to tell list the source you have typed. Next, press a tab again to see the full documentation. Let me press tab again. Now you can able to see full documentation about that particular command. Everyone can able to understand, right? Now the terminology is very clear for you people, right? Observe that. So if you want to know what options are available for the particular command, slash command, okay, hyphen tab. Again tab key. Now all options by default you will get. If you press a tab again, synopsis. If you press a tab again, complete documentation of this command you are going to get, sir. That's all. Are you in a position to understand, right? These are various options are available if you want to get help from the J shell. Clear for all of you, right? Let me repeat once again. Sir, to know list of options available with the J shell from the command prompt J shell hyphen help. To know version of J shell hyphen version. Sir, to know introduction of J shell, slash help intro. For list of commands, slash help. To get information about a particular command, slash help command name. Automatically you will get complete information about that particular command. Next, to get just the names of the commands without any information, what I have to take, sir? Just press sir slash followed by tab key. Then you will get only command names. If you press a tab again, then you will get one line synopsis for all the commands. If you press a tab again, now first command complete information. Tab again, second command complete information by default you will get. Next, sir, I want to know which options available for a particular command. Slash command name hyphen tab key. Then which options you are allowed to use with this particular command you will get. If you press a tab again, now you will get a synopsis of that command. If you press a tab again, now you will get complete information, complete documentation of that particular command. Are you able to understand, right? So these things don't try to remember. Just by practice you require to habitize. Just open the J shell, start using these commands at least once, so that you will get some clarity. Clear? Any explanation is required up to this? So J shell is going to provide help like anything, man. If you ask anything, J shell is going to provide. Very decent person in the J shell. Clear for all of you, right? That's all, sir. Thank you. Hey friends, in the last videos we covered, sir, introduction to J shell, overview of J shell, for which purpose we can use J shell, what are advantages, limitations I covered, how you can get a help from the J shell slash help command, how effectively you can use. Sir, now let me start some coding related things related to the J shell, sir. Sir, now my next unit 4, understanding J shell snippets. Again, what is these concepts, sir? Can you spell out? Understanding J shell snippets like this. So now, what is a snippet? Snippet is a coding piece of code is by default considered as snippet, sir. Best example, in Java, I can write SOP statement. I can declare a variable. I can declare a method. I can make a method call. Okay, whatever things are allowed in our Java, each thing is by default considered as snippet only. Remember that. It may be method declaration one snippet, next variable declaration one snippet, next printing variable is another snippet, next SOP statement is one snippet, next creating a class is one snippet, import statement is another snippet. Any Java line, any valid Java line, any valid Java statement is treated as snippet. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, best example here, observe a bit very carefully, sir. Sir, I am in the JShell console. Assume that I am in the JShell console. Now my requirement is, sir, I am trying to print system.out.println of hello. Are you getting? Now hello will be printed. This SOP statement is nothing but one snippet. Remember this one. This SOP is nothing but one snippet. Suppose from the same JShell console, I'm taking int x is equal to 10. Are you getting? Int x is equal to 10. So this one is another snippet. Are you getting that? This one is another snippet. So like if I can take string s is equal to 10 itself is another snippet. Remember that. Then immediately you ask, sir, string s is equal to 10 is invalid because 10 is the int value. You are assigning int value to string variable. Itself is nothing but, sir, snippet. This snippet is the invalid. Yes, maybe error snippet. Sir, like suppose I am taking string s is equal to Durga. String s is equal to Durga itself is one snippet. Are you getting? Now I am taking import java.sql.start. Are you getting? Can you please import java.sql.start? Itself is another snippet. Are you getting? Now I am taking public void m1 method. Sir, system.out.println, sir, hello, welcome to Durga Soft. Welcome to Durga Soft. Like this I am taking, sir. Do you know? Itself is another snippet, right? I want to call this method. Yes, just I am taking M1. Itself is another snippet. Sir, in Java, whatever things are allowed by default treated as what? Snippets only. Remember, it may be SOP statement, it may be a variable declaration, it may be error also. It is also considered as a snippet only. It may be import statement, or it may be a method, or it may be a method call. Is it clear, right? Sir, if you want, I can take a class student. Are you getting? Class student, it is also one snippet only. Remember, sir, how you can list out all these snippets, that part I will discuss. First, let me execute these kind of things in my JShell. Have a look once, sir. Observe a bit very carefully about this terminology. How I can start JShell, can you please tell? Sir, command prompt. Sir, just let me start JShell -v. What is the meaning of -v, sir? Please respond. What is the meaning of -v? Verbose mode. Are you getting? JShell -v. Okay. Now JShell will be started. Are you getting? JShell will be started. Sir, now I am taking system.out.println of hello. Sir, have you observed? Hello will be printed. Sir, int x is equal to 10. Yes, created a variable x, like this, right? Sir, have you observed? Sir, it is one snippet. Next, string s is equal to 10 I am taking. Invalids are error, incompatible types, like you are getting. Itself is one snippet, but of course it is the error snippet, right? Now string s is equal to Durga I am taking. Are you getting? Sir, valid. Created a variable yes, like this, right? Sir, next import java.sql.start. Are you getting? Import java.sql.start. Itself is one snippet, sir. Next, sir, I want to take a method. Public void m1 method. Have you observed, right? Multiple lines also by default allowed, sir. Here I am taking system.out.println. Welcome to, sir, Durga Soft. Like this I am taking, sir. Welcome to Durga Soft. Like I am taking. Sir, now itself is created a method m1. Observe that. Sir, created a method m1. But here for this SOP, compulsory semicolon is required because it is not independent statement. It is a part of of m1. That's why here semicolon compulsory you should require. Sir, make sure this one itself is nothing but one snippet, sir. Method declaration itself is one snippet. Now I want to call this method. Itself is one. Sir, whenever I'm calling, automatically, do you know it is executed welcome to Durga Soft or not? Yes. Sir, similarly, I want to call again. Yes. Okay. Like, sir, I'm taking class student. I'm declaring one class, right? Class student, curly brace open and close, itself is one other snippet. Everyone can aware, sir, here whatever I'm typing on the J shell, everything is treated as a snippet. So what is the meaning of snippet? SOP statement, or int x is equal to 10, or string s is equal to 10, or string s is equal to Durga, or simple import statement, like all these things are by default considered as what? Snippets. Are you able to understand, right? Sir, it's very clear what is snippet. Snippet is nothing but what? Sir, any valid Java statement. It may be expression, it may be variable declaration, or it may be SOP statement, it may be import statement, or it may be import statement, or method call, or method declaration, or class declaration. Like anything which is allowed, okay, in Java is by default considered as, sir, valid snippet in the J shell. Clear for all of it? But make sure, sir, one important point you should aware. You can take import statement, you can take a class, you can take a method, you can declare variables, like all the things you are allowed to take, sir. But in J shell, only one thing is not allowed. What is that one? Is package statement. Are you getting? You are not allowed to declare package statement as the snippet. Except package statement, all the remaining things happily you are allowed to use, right? By mistake, if I'm trying to declare package statement, what will happen, sir? Immediately error by default you are going to get. Observe that. Have a look once, sir. Sir, I want to declare package statement, sir. Okay, package com dot Durga Soft, something like this I'm taking, sir. A simple package statement I'm taking. If I can take package statement, immediately error, illegal start of expression. So except a package statement, anything is allowed, no problem. Everything is treated as valid snippet in, sir, J shell. Everyone can aware? Are you in a position to understand, right? Now I want to show practically. Sir, you are theoretically you are telling, sir, these things are considered as the snippets only, like where is the proof? Right? Very simple, sir. If you want to know all these snippets, because each and everything whatever typing in the J shell, these things will be stored inside J shell memory for the future purpose. Remember that. If you want these snippets, sir, if you want to list out, sir, from the J shell, remember this one, from the J shell, just you have to use /list. Regarding which command we have to use? /list. Can you please list out all active snippets? Like this? By default you can able to see. Let me use these commands are from the J shell. Observe that. /list. Regarding which command I am using, right? /list is the command. Okay, like now have you observed what is the first snippet we are using? SOP statement. What is the second snippet we are using? Int x is equal to 10. What is the third one we are using? String s is equal to Durga. What is the fourth one? Import. Fifth one, method declaration. Sir, sixth one, method call. Seventh one, method call. Eighth class student, like this. Okay, now let me perform again method call. Welcome to Durga Soft. Are you getting? Let me perform again method call. Welcome to Durga Soft. Now let me consider /list once again. Now this one also by default will be added. Ninth snippet also. Everyone can aware. So how to list out, sir, all active snippets. You people should aware clearly, right? Sir, now there is one small thing is there. Startup snippet, sir. That part I will take care. First, after this is the clear, right? What is snippet? Sir, which things are not allowed as the snippets? Only one restriction. Package statement is not allowed. Next, how to list out all snippets, all active snippets present inside J shell. Just which command we require to use, right? /list. Now you are getting one SOP statement, 2 2 int x is equal to 10 something like, sir, this 1 2 3 by default considered snippet id. Remember this one, what is that, sir? Can you spell out? Snippet id. Okay, it is going to display, sir, including snippet id. But here it is going to display only active snippets. Are you getting? Only valid active snippets if I use a slash list command. Clear? What is snippet? How to list out all active snippets in the J shell? Slash list is the command. Sir, only one thing is not allowed as a snippet. Which one is not allowed as a snippet? Package statement. By mistake, if you are trying to use package statement, immediately error by default you are going to get. Clear? Are you able to understand, right? Okay, that's all. Sir, in the last videos we covered what is snippet, how to list out all snippets. It may be active snippet or it may be, active snippet or error snippet or startup snippet, like we list out, right? Now, if you want, you can list out a particular snippet by using its ID. Remember this one, sir. Suppose I want to list out only first snippet. Are you getting? Sir, I want to list out the snippet whose ID is 1. Like what I have to take? Slash list 1. Are you getting? Now, first snippet, the snippet whose ID is 1, only that particular snippet by default will be listed. Okay, sir, I want sir, slash list 1 2. Are you getting right? 1 2. Now it is going to list out, instead of all snippets, it is going to list out only 1 and 2. Sir, list out sir, one number snippet, next 2 snippet, 2 ID snippet, the corresponding snippets it's going to list out. Clear, right? Sir, let me show this one. Sir, first let me check how many snippets are there. Slash list. Are you getting? What is the first snippet? Right? 1. Sir, this is SOP statement. Second one is int x is equal to 10. Third one is sir, string s is equal to like this, right? Okay, like this. Now my requirement is slash list 1. Can you please list out only one number snippet? Oh, perfectly. SOP statement, right? Can you please list out 1 and 5? 1 and 5. 1 means what? SOP statement. 1 means SOP statement. Correct, right? 5 means what? Method declaration. 1 and 5. These two things are required. What I will take? 1 and 5. Are you getting? 1 and 5. Then automatically only 1 and 5 by default you are going to get. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, how to list the snippets based on ID? Just you require to use like this. But sometimes we can list out based on name also. Are you getting? Based on name also. I have M1, method M1 is there. Can you please list out M1 method declaration? Can you please list out M1 method declaration? Like slash list M1. Then automatically, sir, this M1 method declaration snippet by default we will get. Sir, there is one variable I declared named with x. Can you please list out the snippet named with x? Then slash list x. Are you getting? I want x name and the s name also. I declare one variable string s. Are you getting right? String s. I want slash list x s. Then automatically it is going to list out the snippets whose name is x and whose name is s. Observe that how it is going to work. Observe a bit carefully, sir. Now let me list out all snippets. Sir, these are the snippets what I have. Okay, now M1 whose snippet ID is 5, M1 is there. I want to know, sir, what the snippet named with M1. Have you observed? Fifth number by default is going to come or not? Yes. Similarly, slash list, there is some variable is there named with x. Can you please display? Oh, it is the second snippet. Index is equal to 10. Sir, slash list x and then s. There are two, sir, x named snippet, s named snippet. Can you please show both? Sir, have you observed? Int x is equal to 10, string s is equal to Durga. Like you can able to, sir, observe that. Clear for all of you, right? Are you in a position to understand? Sir, how to list out based on ID and based on the name, how to list all snippets, hyphen list, sir, slash list hyphen all. Sir, now can I drop a particular snippet or not? Yes, why not, man? Why not? Happily you can drop. Okay, drop means what? Delete. Are you getting? Drop means what? Delete, right? Is it possible to drop a snippet or not? Yes, no problem at all. Sir, how you can drop? To drop the snippet, we require to use slash drop is the command. Are you getting? What is the command we require to use, right? Slash drop is the command. Okay, how you can use this one, sir? From the J shell slash drop, you can specify either ID or name. Are you getting? Either ID or name. Drop command to drop the snippets based on ID or based on the name. Okay, suppose my requirement is M1 snippet is there, M1 method declaration is there. Can you please drop that? Can you please drop that? That's about my requirement, right? Observe slash drop M1. Are you getting? Slash drop M1. Then automatically M1 snippet by default will be dropped. Remember that, sir. M1 snippet by default will be dropped. Observe that carefully. Here, see. Now I want to, sir, here slash help about drop. Sir, can you please provide help about drop command? Now it is going to tell drop a snippet, making it inactive. Sir, have you observed? Drop either name. So drop the snippet with the specified name. Slash drop ID. Drop the snippet with the specified snippet ID. Both options are by default available, right? Now I'm taking. Sir, first let me list out all. List. Oh, these are the snippets whatever I have. Now, sir, fifth method declaration. I want to remove this one, sir. I want to remove this one. Can you please guide, sir? Or otherwise, first SOP. I want to remove this snippet, sir. So, how I can able to do that? Sir, just simply drop one. Automatically that will be dropped, sir. Sir, now my requirement is, sir, drop M1. Are you getting? Drop M1. Can you please observe? Dropped method M1. Sir, now if the method is dropped, can you please tell, is now it is method call. Is the method call. Sixth is nothing but what? Method call. Sir, now is that method call is going to work or not? Directly I want to perform method call, but M1 is already dropped. Now observe that. Immediately it's going to tell that cannot find symbol method M1. Cannot find symbol method M1 because it's already dropped. Similarly, sir, int x is equal 10 is there, sir. What is the x value? 10. It's already there. Now slash drop x. Now variable x is dropped. Sir, can you please print x value? Immediately it's going to tell cannot find symbol variable yes. Everyone can able to understand, right? So how you can able to drop a particular snippet. Okay, that's all, sir. This is the story about snippets. Clear? What is snippet? Any Java statement which is allowed in our normal program like SOP statement, variable declaration, method declaration, class declaration, method call, import statement, anything is treated as a snippet in the J shell. How to list out all snippets? Slash list is the command. With the slash list you can use, sir, only active snippet. I want startup snippets, then automatically we can use slash list hyphen start. Okay, next and after that I want all snippets hyphen all. Okay, sir, is it possible to access snippet based on ID or not? Yes, a slash list that ID or that name. We can drop a snippet based on ID or based on the name. Once a snippet dropped, you are not allowed to use that snippet. Clear, right? Next, what is scratch variable? Okay, like sir, only one thing is not allowed. Sir, add the snippet. What is that, sir? Package statement. Remember, package statements are not allowed. Clear, right? Now everyone got the basic idea about sir, this snippet and so on. Okay, now for this material is also prepared. Just have a look once, sir. Observe that. Observe a bit very carefully about this one. Okay, sir, that's all. This is understanding JSL snippets, sir. Beautiful material, each and everything whatever I explained by default there, sir. Everything what are coding snippets, everything what allowed in Java is a snippet. It can be expression, declaration, statement, class, interface, method, variable, import, and so on. We can use all these snippets from the JSL. But very important points are, but package declarations are not allowed from JSL. Remember, okay? SOP statement, int x 10 plus 20. Sir, like these things are by default considered as snippets, right? Okay, sir, now we can use a slash list command to list out all snippets stored in the JSL memory, okay, with ID. If I use slash list, automatically these are the snippets by default we are going to get. The numbers 1 2 3 are by default considered as what? Snippet ID. In the future we can access the snippet with ID directly. Next, there are some code snippet which are executed automatically at the time of JSL startup, and these are called startup snippets. We can also add our own snippet yet a startup snippets, right? Sir, make sure, do you know, sir, which snippets acts as startup snippets? Are getting all import statements. 10 import statements are there. All import statements by default acts as startup snippets, right? Sir, I want to use my own snippets, which should be executed automatically at the time of JSL startup. Is it possible or not? Yes, why not, man? Happily, you can customize the startup snippets. This part we will discuss in the next video, so don't worry about that. Are you able to understand? Have a look once again material. Sir, we can list out all startup snippets with the command. What is the command I require to execute, sir? Slash list hyphen start. Only startup snippets by default I got, which are nothing but default imports to the JSL. Next, we can list out all snippets with the hyphen all option. Sir, how many things are available, right? Like, sir, error snippets also by default you can able to see. Next, we can access snippets by using ID directly. Slash list 1. 1 is nothing but what? ID. Slash list 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2. 1 comma 5. Like, we can also access snippet by name. Slash list M1. Slash list S. Slash list S is nothing but like. Next, we can execute snippet by using ID directly. Sir, take a bit very special care. Even by using ID directly we can execute snippets, sir, no problem at all. Suppose best example, sir, I'm taking sir, just system dot out dot println, hello JSL, like this I'm taking, sir. Observe that. It's executed. Can you please list out all? Okay, can you please list out all? Have you observed, right? Sir, this is the 14th number. Regarding this is the 14th number. Sir, is it possible to execute that directly? Slash 14 automatically. Sir, have you observed, right? So and so snippet executed. Now the output by default we are going to get is hello JSL. Are you getting? Sir, I want to execute again. Like this, right? Okay, like hello JSL. Now, have you observed 10 plus 20? 10 plus 20, this is the snippet ID 10. I want to execute that snippet slash 10, because snippet ID 10 means what? 10 plus 20. Then slash 10 I'm taking, sir. If I can take slash 10, have you observed, right? So 10 plus 20 executed. What is the output by default we are going to get, sir? 30. So by using snippet ID, is it possible to execute directly that snippet or not? Yes, slash snippet ID we have to provide. Okay, remember. Now have a look again. Observe that. So we can execute snippet directly by using ID. Okay, clear. Next, we can use a drop command to drop a snippet, making it inactive. Sir, what is the way, sir? Drop $S3 or otherwise drop $S3 and so on. Okay, that's all. These are the conclusions also. We can use a slash list command to list out all snippets stored in the JSL memory. In the future, we can access by using sir, we are not required to retype, just type ID. Automatically that snippet by default will come. Next, what are startup snippets? Next, what is the default startup snippets or default import? Next I want to list out all snippets. Next I want to list only particular snippet based on the ID. I want to list out based on the name. Next I want to execute the snippet, okay, based on the ID /3. I want to, we can drop either based on the name, or based on the ID. That's all, sir. These are the things what you people should aware about snippet ID. Last 2 or 3 video, sir, now you are in a position to understand what is the snippet ID. Clear for all, right? That's all, sir. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome back. In the last videos we covered, sir, what is JShell, for which purpose we can use JShell, next what are JShell coding snippets, next how you can get help from the JShell. Now by this time I hope 9 videos we completed. You people should be in a position to have basic idea about JShell, right? Now let me go for next level, how to declare variables, methods, classes, these kind of things inside JShell we require to discuss. Sir, what is our, let me talk in this video how to work with JShell variables. Are getting, once you are getting clarity about variables, next we will talk about methods and classes. Sir, just observe what is our topic name, working with JShell variables. Now in JShell there are 2 types of variables are allowed, or 2 types of variables are there. First category, explicit variables. Are you getting what the first ones are? Explicit variables. Second ones are implicit variables. What is that? Implicit variables, right? So in JShell there are 2 types of variables are there. There are 2 types of variables are available. What is the first one? Explicit variable. Automatically second one, implicit variables, right? Sir, these implicit variables also known as scratch variables. Are you getting, can you spell out, sir? What is the word? Scratch variables, right? Scratch variables. Now what is explicit variable? Sometime based on our programming requirement, I want to declare variables explicitly. The variables which are declared explicitly by the programmer, these variables are by default considered as what? Explicit variables, right? The name itself indicates explicitly provided by programmer. Such type of variables are by default considered as explicit variables, right? Sir, let me go for a small example. Here if you observe, this is my JShell console. Assume that from the JShell, just I am declaring int x is equal to 10. Are getting, I am declaring int x is equal to 10. Yes, I am creating my own variable based on my requirement. This type of variables are by default considered as what? Explicit variables, right? Sir, same if I can use JShell string s is equal to Durga, like this I am taking. Yes, so x is my own variable because this variable explicitly declared by programmer. Next, s is my own variable because it is explicitly declared by myself. Such type of variables are by default considered explicit variables. Up to this is the clear for all of you, right? So in JShell how many types of variables are allowed? 2 types. What is the first one? Explicit variable, the variables which are explicitly declared by programmer. Okay, let me create these variables in the JShell so that you people can get much clarity. Observe that I'm taking, just let me open command prompt, sir. How you can, sir, here have a look once, sir. How you can go to, sir, can you spell out how you can go to JShell, sir? Can you please guide? I forgot how you can able to log into JShell. Just type JShell. That's all. Just type JShell like. Now I'm taking, sir, int x is equal to 10. Then automatically x is equal to 10 by default got created. If you want, just let me exit JShell, sir. Let me open in verbose mode. Are you getting? J shell hyphen V. J shell hyphen V. Verbose mode I am taking, sir. Now you will see some extra information also. Int x is equal to 10. Have you observed? Created a variable x is of what type, sir? Int type. Okay. Similarly, string s is equal to Durga I am taking. String s is equal to Durga. Have you observed? Created a variable s of what types are? String type. That's all. These type of variables are by default considered as explicit variables. Clear? Now, what is implicit variables, right? The name itself indicates, have you observed? Implicit. Implicit, the variable which are created automatically by J shell to hold temporary results. Suppose I'm asking, oh J shell, can you please calculate 10 plus 20? Are you getting? J shell, can you please calculate 10 plus 20? What is the value of 10 plus 20? 30. J shell is going to calculate 30. But to hold 30, some variable must be required. That variable, J shell itself is going to create. Such type of variables are by default considered as implicit variables or scratch variables, right? Clear for elaborate? The variables which are explicitly created by programmer. These variables are nothing but what? Explicit variables. Right, the variable which are implicitly created by J shell to hold temporary results. Such type of thing is by default considered implicit variables or scratch variables, right? So just have a look once. If I can ask 10 plus 20, what will happen in the console? Observe that. I'm asking 10 plus 20. 10 plus 20. If you see 10 plus 20, then $3. Are you getting what is this one, sir? $3. Created a scratch variable $3 of what types are? Int type. Observe a bit carefully, sir. Created a scratch variable $3 of what types are? Int type. Similarly, I can ask 10 less than 20. 10 less than 20. Created a variable $4, scratch variable $4 to hold the boolean value like this, right? Sir, next this is, so I hope by this time you people can aware, sir, what is implicit variable? The variables which are implicitly created by J shell to hold temporary results. Such type of variables are by default considered as what? Implicit variables, right? Okay. Best example 10 plus 20. Internally some $3, $4 like that it's going to create. Next are the variables which are explicitly declared by programmer. Those variables are by default considered as explicit variables, right? Now I have one small doubt. What's my doubt is explicit variable who is providing? Can you spell out explicit variables who is providing? Sir, programmer only. So programmer can use these variable based on his requirement. Sir, now if you want x from the J shell console, I can ask x is equal to x plus 1. X is equal to x plus 1. Can you please print x value? Happily. So explicit variables you can use, no problem at all. Now my question is, implicit variable, is it possible to use based on our requirement or not? Yes, in the remaining lines of coding snippets, if you want happily, you can use these scratch variables also based on our requirement. Suppose $3. Assume that $3, sir, which is responsible to hold 30. Now I want to know J shell $3 plus 50 I am taking. Are you getting? What is the value of $3? 30. 30 plus 50, 80. To hold that 80, again another scratch variable by default will be created. Remember this. Just observe. So the conclusion here is we can use scratch variables also based on our requirement in our coding snippets. No restrictions at all. Clear, right? Have a look once. Sir, here two scratch variables I created, sir. One is $3. I didn't create, sir. J shell created $3 to hold 30, $4 to hold true. Now I'm taking $3 plus 50 I'm taking. So what is the value, sir? 80, and created scratch variable $5 to hold 80. Clear, right? Sir, now let me go for, I want to print what is the value of $5. I want to print what is the value of $5. Then automatically 80, sir. This $5 is of what type, sir? Int type. That's all. This is what you should aware about the types of variables allowed in the J shell. Two types of variable: explicit variable, implicit variable. Explicit variables are the variables which are provided by programmer. Implicit variables are the variables which are created implicitly by J shell automatically to hold temporary results. Based on our requirement, you can use scratch variables or you can use explicit variable. No problem at all. Both the things are allowed. Clear up to this? Now I have a small doubt, sir. What is my doubt is, I declared one variable, sir, of int type with some value x. Observe that. Int x is equal to 10. I declared in the J shell this variable, sir. Now, is it possible to declare another variable with the same name? Regarding another variable with the same name in the J shell, is it possible or not? Suppose I am taking string x is equal to some Durga, like this I am asking. Observe that. Already int x is there. Now I am asking string x is equal to Durga. So are complete different type. What will happen, sir? Very simple. This copy will be override with this copy. Sir, after this line, now onwards, which variable is available to the J shell is this variable only. So in J shell, sir, variable overriding is possible. Means, sir, this variable replace with this variable. One thing. In J shell, two variables with the same name not allowed. At a time, only one variable with the provided name is possible. Two variables with the same name not possible, right? By mistake, if you are trying to take old copy will be replaced with the new copy, right? Sir, where is the proof for that? How I can consider? Is it really overwrite is going to be performed or not? Just from the J shell you can able to see, sir. Observe a bit carefully, sir. I am taking int x is equal to 10. Sir, like already I have int x is there. Now modified just or otherwise, just observe that. Int s is equal to 10. Fresh variable I am taking, sir. Int s1 is equal to 10 I am taking. Fresh variable, observe that. Sir, s1 created a variable s1. Now in the next line, I am taking string s1 is equal to some Durga soft, like this I am asking, sir. Observe that. Same name I am trying to declare. If you are trying to declare a variable with the same name already there in the J shell, what will happen, sir? Can you please observe? S1 Durga soft, replace the variable s1 of string, update overwrote variable s1 of int type. Clearly it is telling int type s1 variable override with the string type variable s1. Okay, like if I can ask s1, what is the value of s1, sir? Now you are going to get Durga soft, but you never going to get a 10. Remember that? You are going to get Durga soft, you never going to get a 10 because that variable is not already available. Clear, right? So in J shell, two variables with the same name not allowed. So most recent copy only will be considered. Up to this, any doubt? Okay, like sir, now if I want to declare a variable, compulsory the type and provided value must be same, sir, must be matched, sir. It is the Java rule is applicable here also. Suppose I am taking string s is equal to, or string s2 is equal to 10 I am taking. Observe, string s2 is equal to 10 I am taking. If you can take string s2 is equal to 10, immediately J shell is going to get left and right. Sir, all normal Java rules are applicable here also. Hey, you are declaring it is string type, you are providing what to 10. 10 is what type? Int. Immediately error by default we are going to get, sir. You require to correct that. Observe, sir, here have a look. String s2 is equal to string. Just observe my J shell. String s2 is equal to 10 I'm taking, string s2 is equal to 10 I'm taking, then immediately error we are going to get incompatible types. Int cannot be converted to string type. Regarding int cannot be converted to string type. Remember that, sir. Now I have to correct. Now I require to correct, sir. String s2 is equal to, sir, some Ravi, like this I'm taking, sir. String s2 is equal to some Ravi, like this I'm taking. Then automatically created a variable s2 of like this perfectly itself is valid. So while creating variable, all Java related syntax rules you require to follow, except that two variables with the same name is not allowed. By mistake, if you are trying to declare two variables with the same name, the most recent copy is going to be considered. Old copy will override with the new variable, right? Okay, that's it, sir. This is about how many types of variables are there, sir, how to create variables. Next, what's about implicit variable or scratch variable? Clear? Now I have one small doubt, sir. What is my doubt is, sir, in the J shell, I want to know the list of all available variables. I want to hear, sir, how many variables are available? Is it possible to know, sir, how many variables are there, what value, so that I can use in my coding snippets, right? How it is possible? How you can able to do that? Very simple, sir. From the J shell console, we require to use slash vars is the command. Are you getting what is the command name, sir? Slash vars. Vars is the command. Variables. Vars means what? Variables. But very fortunate, sir, it is also valid. var also valid. Or even VA also valid. My J shell can able to understand, sir. Or simply V also allowed, no problem. Based on your comfort, anything you can allow to use, right? Yes, what is the command name? Slash vars. Happily you are allowed to get all available variables present inside our J shell currently. Observe this point, right? So now I want help about here slash help about what is the command, sir? Vars command. Just I want to know, I want to get help of vars command, right? Now observe that, sir, here vars list the type, name and value of J shell variables. Next slash vars and so on. Vars by name you can ask, vars by ID you can ask, vars hyphen start, list automatically add startup variables you can able to say, slash vars all, like all variables by default. These are various options, right? Okay, anyway, just I'm using slash vars. As of now, how many variables are there with me? String s is equal to Durga, int $s3 is equal to 30, boolean s4 is equal to true, int $5 is equal to 80, int x is equal to like this. These are all active variables present inside J shell. Remember this one. These are all active variables present inside J shell, sir. Now I'm taking slash vars, sir, not only active, I want all variables, right? I want all variables. Then automatically, sir, all both active and inactive variables by default you are going to get. Just observe this slash vars if you are using, then you are going to get only active variables only. But if you use a slash vars hyphen all, then automatically, sir, you can able to get inactive variables also. Sir, this variable is not active because int x is equal to, that is replaced with int x is equal to 10. It is not active. Next, int s1 10 replaced with string s1 is equal to Durga. Overwrote operation I told, right? That's why it is also not active. Next, string s2 is equal to 10 I took. It is the error, right? Error related. That is also not active, right? That's all. So how you can list out all variables which are there inside J shell? It may be active variable or both active and inactive variables, right? Similarly, my requirement is I want to drop a variable. Are you getting, sir? A particular variable is not required. Can you please drop that variable? Is it possible or not? Yes. What is the way? Slash drop is the command. What is the variable name, sir? Slash, what is the command name? Slash drop that particular variable you can provide. Slash drop that particular variable you can provide. Then automatically that variable by default will be removed, no problem at all. Okay, let me check is it going to work or not. Observe Observe, these are variables what we have. These are variables what we have. Int x, string s, int $3, something like a scratch variables also there, sir. Sir, I don't want this $3. Very simple, very simple. Drop $3. I'm taking, sir. Drop $3. Then automatically dropped variable, sir, like now where's hyphen all. Are you getting? So now you can able to see, sir, $3 not active. Are you getting? Earlier $3 is active. Then automatically $3 not active because it's already dropped. Sir. Suppose if you can ask slash where's $3 by default gone. Are you getting? $3 by default gone. Sir, I want to remove $4. I want to remove this $4 and $5. Sir, drop $4. Next and after that $5 I'm taking, sir. Now automatically two variables by default got dropped, sir. Sir, where's like now there is no question of $4, $5 and so on like that, right? Okay. So this is the way how you can able to drop variables, right? So if you want, you can list out all variables by using where's command. If you want, you can drop a particular variable by using what? Slash drop command. Clear? I hope everyone in a position to understand, right? Sir, what are JSHL variable? Types of variables. Next, what is implicit variable? What is explicit variable or scratch variable? Next, and after that, how to list out all variables. Next, how you can drop a particular variable. That's all. Sir, up to this we covered about how to create a JSHL variable. It may be explicit variable or it may be implicit variable, right? Sir, don't feel a simple variables only you can able to create inside JSHL. No, int x is equal to n, string s is equal to Durga. Need not be, sir. If you want, you can create complex variables also. No problem at all. Big variables. I want to create one array list. I want to create list of objects. I want to create list of dictionary objects. Are you getting? List of map objects. How you can able to do that? Yes, that thing is also possible. Just from the JSHL console, I want to create, sir. Sir, I want to create list of string heroes. Okay, like I'm taking list of string heroes is equal to list dot of. Have you observed factory methods, right? To create a collection of objects very easily. List dot of. Okay, you can take any hero names. Maybe Shahrukh. Next and after that Salman, maybe Shahrukh, Salman. Next Amir, like this I'm taking, sir. Now, do you know, just I'm creating a list of heroes. Are you getting? List of string objects. The name of that is heroes. I'm creating one array list or list variable, right? Need not be primitive type. Int x is equal to Anna or string s is equal to Durga, like. Now, what I want to take? One more variable I'm going to take. List of string. Sir, heroines. Like this I'm taking, sir. Heroines. Sir, this is about heroes. Heroines. Say list dot of. Okay, here just Sunny I'm taking. Next Mallika, like this I'm taking. Next Khatirna, like I'm taking, sir. Assume that. Okay, Sunny, Mallika and Khatirna, like I'm taking, sir. Sir, now list of heroes, heroines are there. Assume that. Sir, now I'm taking list of courses. You can take list of courses. Again, it is string only because each course name is the string. Sir, now I'm taking courses is equal to list dot of. You can take Java. You can take Python. Next, you can take Java, Python, Selenium, like this I'm taking, sir. Java, Python, Selenium, like this I'm taking. Now, sir, how many list objects I took? So, first list, second list, third list. I want to add these three lists with my own list. What is the way, sir? JSHL, from the JSHL, list, this list is going to hold list of string objects. That's why list of string objects I'm taking. Observe that, sir. List of string L is equal to list of string L is equal to list dot of what is the first one, sir? Heroes. Are you getting? What is the first one? Heroes. What is the second one? Heroines. Are you getting? Heroines. What is the third one, sir? Courses. What is the third? Courses, like this. Happily, do you know, sir, a complex list by default is going to be created, right? So it clear indication that don't feel, sir, we can able to create small variable, any variable you can create in normal Java. Happily, all those variables by default you can able to create even in the J shell also. No problem at all, sir. Sir, let me do this one so that you will get much clarity. Observe that. Observe a bit carefully, sir. I'm taking list of string. List of string L1 is equal to maybe heroes, heroines, and so on. Just I'm taking, sir, list dot of here. Just Shahrukh I'm taking. Shahrukh, comma next Salman I'm taking. Okay, Salman. Like this, Salman I'm taking. Next, and after that some Amir, like Amir Khan, like I'm taking, sir. Sir, list L1 created a variable L1. This L1 is of what type, sir? List of string type. Perfect. Okay, now I'm ready to create list of string L2 is equal to list of string L2 is equal to list dot of I can able to take, sir. Sir, here what I want to take here is, sir, this time heroine names. Okay, Katrina I'm taking. Next one after that Karina. Okay, Karina. Next one after that Deepika, something like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, like now second list is also created. Okay, now the third one, sir, list of string L3 is equal to list dot of courses I want to take, sir. Java courses I want to take. Java, next one after that Python, next one after that, okay, Java, Python, and then Selenium, something like I'm taking, sir. Selenium, like I'm taking. Sir, total how many list objects I created, sir? L1, L2, L3, like this, right? Sir, let me cross check. Is these things are available or not? Yes, these are all active variables which are there in my J shell, right? Now I want to create more complex list. Observe that list of strings, sir. Okay, L is equal to list dot of L1, L2, L3, like this I'm taking. Have you observed, right? Sir, this is list of list object. Sir, first list object, second list object, and then third list object, and so on, right? Now let me cross check. Even this one is also there or not? Yes, man. Perfectly, this one is also there. List of string L is equal to like this Shahrukh, and so on, like you can able to see. So is it possible to create complex variables in the J shell or not? Why not, man? Big lengthy variables also you can able to create. Don't feel that int x is equal to n, string s is equal to Durga always. Sir, array list variable, next hash map, any type of thing, any type of variable which is allowed in our Java programs, happily we are allowed to take in the J shell also, no problem at all. Clear? Sir, related to these J shell variables, another important point I want to highlight. It is the general point, but I will link with the J shell variables, right? A bit important, observe that. Do you know we have system.out.println method is there. I want to print something to the console, then automatically we will go for system.out.println. Even system.out.printf method is also there. For formatting strings purpose, we are going to use printf method. Sir, there is one small difference there between these two. If you are using SOP statement, if you are using system.out.println, system.out.printf in the J shell, there is a small difference you can able to identify, sir. What is that difference? Here see, sir, if you consider system.out.println of hello, observe, because of this one no variable will be created inside J shell. Simply it's going to print hello. The reason is because of this method call, The return type of this method called is void. Remember that. So in the print stream, println method is available, sir. Which method is available? Println method. The return type of print and println methods is void. That's why it is not going to return anything. If it is not going to return anything, then automatically there is no chance of creating implicit variable. But instead of println, you can take printf method. Printf method, have you observed? Just observe system dot out dot printf. System dot out dot printf method. I'm taking hello, sir. I'm taking hello like. Do you know printf method is also available in print stream class only. System dot out dot printf method is also available in print stream. The return type of printf method is not void. The return type is a print stream only. Remember that. So because of this returned value, one implicit scratch variable by default will be created. Remember, SOP statement, system dot out dot println, system dot out dot printf. There is internally a difference is there. Println method return type is the void, but the printf method return type is not void, sir. Remember, because it is going to return print stream object, because of that implicit scratch variable by default will be created. Okay, but anyway, it's not that much important. But if you aware, well and good. Observe that a bit carefully, sir. Have a look once, sir. Now let me go for another command prompt. I'm going. Just have a look, sir. Observe carefully. Java p java.io dot print stream. Java p java.io dot print stream class I'm taking, sir. Sir, now in the print stream there are multiple print methods are available. Print methods are available. Even println methods are available. If you observe for all these methods, what is the return types are void. Are you getting what is the return types are void? If you can see, void is the return type, right? But here printf method is there. For the printf method, what is the return types are? Print stream. Remember that printf method, what the return types are? Print stream is the return type. Because of this, there is a small change you people can able to expect, right? Sir, I'm taking, sir, freshly I open JShell again. Okay, now let me take system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println hello, like this I'm taking, sir. Simply it's going to print hello. That's all. It never going to create any scratch variable. That's why hello is the answer, sir. But now system dot out dot printf of hello I'm taking. Sir, even \n I'm taking. If anything is going to print next, it will display in the next line. Observe that. Hello $2 java.io.printstream object created a scratch variable $2 is what types are? Print stream type. Remember that it is printed hello, but implicitly one scratch variable got created $2 is what types are? Print stream type. Sir, it is already print stream, right? Now $2 dot printf. You can ask hello, hi. Sir, you can ask like that, right? \n again. Sir, now again I'm calling. It's already $2 means print stream. On the print stream, I'm calling printf method. I'm calling. Then automatically what will happen? Hello, hi is the output, and $3 means sir created another scratch variable print stream. Remember that, sir. Maybe a chance to ask the question in the interview room. Sir, what is the difference between println and printf? There is a possibility, right? Sir, as of now, just let me cross check. Where, sir, there are two variables got created. Both variables of what types are? Print stream type. But because of system.out.println, no variable will be created. But because of system.out.printf method, implicit variables will be created. Just observe this small point while using in the JShell, right? Clear up to this? That's all, sir. This is about JShell variables, working with the JShell variables, right? Sir, let me show the material whatever I prepared so that it is very helpful, sir, to refer. Okay, have a look once. This is the material what we have, sir. Unit 6, working with J shell variables, right? Now have a look. What are various types of variables possible? What are various types of variables are there? Explicit variable, implicit variable, or scratch variable, right? The variables which are created explicitly by the programmer, these things are nothing but explicit variable. Implicit variables are nothing but the variables which are created by J shell itself. Remember that, sir. Next and after that, this point is the very important, sir. If we are trying to declare a variable with the same name which is already available, then old variable will be replaced with a new variable. That is, in J shell, variable overriding is possible. In J shell, at a time, only one variable is possible with the name. Two variables with the same name, not allowed. Clear, right? Two variables with the same name, not allowed. Remember that. Sir, I declared string x is equal to Durga. String x is equal to Durga soft. Sir, replaced with like this, right? Sir, already I have one variable x is there. X is there of int type. If I'm trying to replace with Durga soft, string x, old value will be replaced with the new value. Remember that, sir. Okay, that's all. These are this is also one important conclusion, right? Next, how you can list out all active variable slash vars. How you can list out both active and non-active variables slash vars hyphen all. Remember, slash vars hyphen all. Okay, like even we can able to create complex variables also, very complex variables also you can declare, no problem at all. At last I covered system.out.println and the system.out.printf method. What is the difference, right? Okay, that's all, sir. Now by this time you people should be in a position to answer each and every point related to this one, sir. Sir, just have a look once. What are various types of variables possible in the J shell? Two types, explicit and implicit. Is it possible to use scratch variable in our code? Yes, why not? We can use $3, $4 and so on. Next, is it possible two variables with the same name in the J shell? No chance at all. At a time in the J shell, only one variable with the name is allowed. If we are trying to declare a variable with the same name which is already available in the J shell, what will happen? Old variable will be replaced with the new variable. You won't get any errors, sir. How to list out all active variables? /var. How to list out all active and inactive variables in the J shell? Very simple, sir. Yes, very simple. /var-all. Okay. Next, how to drop variables in the J shell? By using drop command. Okay. What is the difference between print and printf method, or println and printf method? Println method or print method return type is always void, but printf method return type is always print stream. That's all. This is about working with J shell variables. Clear, right? Sir, if you feel comfortable, then I will go for working with the J shell methods. Okay, that's all, sir. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome back. In the last videos we covered about J shell variables, regarding how to declare J shell variable, how you can use those variables inside J shell. Next, how to list out J shell variables, how you can drop J shell variables, like we covered with respect to variables inside J shell. Sir, in this video my concentration is always how to work with the methods inside J shell. Sir, I want to declare a method, I want to use that method. Is it possible inside J shell or not? Yes, happily you can declare, sir. So in the J shell you can declare multiple methods. You can call those methods based on our requirement, just like normal Java program. But one important point you have to be aware. What is that point is? Method means multiple lines of the code is there. Correct, right? Method means what? Multiple lines of the code is there. Sir, multiple lines of the code writing in the J shell, okay, is not recommended. What you can able to take, use editor with the J shell, then it is a good programming practice. But how to use editor with the J shell, that part we are going to discuss in the next session, sir. Don't worry, sir. Here small methods I want to use with the J shell, just for your awareness purpose. Just have a look once. Here I open J shell freshly. Here just observe that, sir, it is the J shell. Now I want to declare a method, public void method. Regarding public void method, I am taking, sir. Here just the curly brace open. Now I want to take system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Hello from J shell. Are you getting? Hello from J shell. Like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, make sure, sir, this is what I'm taking a method. Okay, sir, just a hello from J shell. Like this I'm taking, sir. That's all. Method created. Have you observed? Created a method, sir. Created a method like this. So you can declare any number of methods, no problem at all. Now one method is ready. Happily you can call that method, no problem at all. M1 I'm calling, sir. M1 I'm trying to call. Hello from the J shell. I want to call again M1. Yes, hello from the J shell. Perfectly it's going to work, sir. Sir, I want to take one more method. Public void wish method I'm taking. Public void wish method I'm taking, sir. String name. Are you getting? String name. Like this I'm taking, sir. Now system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Sir, hello. Okay, name. Hello name. Sir, just I'm taking, sir. Hello name. Just I'm trying to take hello name I'm trying to take. Next some good evening, something like a good evening. I want to wish this person, sir, good evening. Like this I'm taking. Okay, just take a bit special care about this one. Okay, that's all, sir. Wish method is ready. You can call this wish method by passing Durga as the argument. Are you getting? Wish method by passing Durga as the argument. Hello Durga, good evening. Sir, I'm taking wish method by passing Sunny as argument. Are you getting? Sir, hello Sunny, good evening. Like this it's going to get. I hope clear, right? Sir, now how you can declare a method in the J shell, how you can call that method, now you can able to see, right? But here one small thing you people should aware. Sir, can I declare multiple methods with the same name but different arguments or not? Yes, why not? Suppose you can declare public void m2 method. Public void m2 method. Like this I'm taking, sir. One method m2. Sir, another method public void m2 of int I. Public void m2 of int I. Sir, now how many m2 methods are there? Two methods with the same name but different argument types. Do you know in Java two methods with the same name but different argument types is nothing but what? Overloaded methods. Which methods, right? Overloaded methods. So method of overloading is possible in the J shell. Okay, I will show. Happily you can able to declare, no problem at all. Just have a look once. I want to declare, sir, one method. First method, have a look. Public void m2 method I'm taking. Just a curly brace open and close. I'm not concentrating on method body. Yes, created method, sir. Sir, now public void m2 method I'm taking int I. Just curly brace open and close. Have you observed, right? Two methods, sir. Now I want to check whether both methods are available or not. Are you getting? I want to check whether both the methods are available or not. Now the point, how you can able to check what are various available methods in the J shell? Yes, which command we require to use, right? Slash methods. Are you getting? What is the command name? Slash methods. If you use this command in the J shell, it is going to list out all active methods whatever there in the J shell. So first let me show that. Here see slash methods. Slash methods. If I use that, then automatically how many methods are available, sir? M1 method is available, wish method is available, and there m2 method no argument, m2 method int argument, m2 method no argument, m2 method int argument is there. So clear indication that overloading concept applicable, overloaded methods available are applicable for the J shell. No problem, right? Sir, what about help methods? Sir, I want to know much information. I want to know help about methods command, right? Sir, observe that it is going to list the name, parameter types and return type of JSL methods. Are you getting right? So if you want, you can list a particular method. If you want, you can list out based on the ID. If you want, you can list out all startup method. If you want, you can list out all methods, right? Okay. Anyway, sir, that's all. This is what is method, how to declare, what about overloaded methods. Now I have one small doubt. What is my doubt is, already I have one method is there which can take int type as the argument. Sir, I want to declare another method with the same signature. Method name is same, arguments are also same. Method name is the same, arguments are also same. Then what will happen? Very simple, sir. Old copy override with the new copy. What it means? Listen, observe that. I have a look once. I have one method is there, public void m3 method of int I. Assume that, sir. This is my first method, public void m3 of int I. Now I am taking public void. Now I am taking, sir, int, maybe different return type, m3 of int I, like this. Sir, now can I use the word both the methods having the same signature or not? Yes, method names are same, arguments are same. Method name followed by argument type is nothing but what? Method signature. Two methods with the same signature are there. Then what will happen? In the J shell, old copy override with the new copy. Remember this one. So in the J shell, sir, there is only one method with the given signature possible. Sir, if you are trying to declare multiple methods with the same signature, old copy will override with the new copy. Remember. Okay, let me show this terminology, right? Observe that. I am taking a method, public void m3 method of int I. Like this I took, sir. Created a method m3. Now I am taking public void. Sir, observe a bit very carefully. What are various methods are there? M3 of int is there. Return type is nothing but void. Now I want to declare one more m3 method. Public int m3 of int only. Public void m3 of int only. Now just return some 10 because it is expecting some return type. That's why return. Now we have observed replaced method m3 of int, updated, override, right? Sir, some replacement is happening. Now void m3 replacer with the int m3 method. Okay, where is the proof for that? Sir, slash methods. Are you getting? Now how many methods are available, sir? M3 of only int argument. Clear? Yes, up to this are you in a position to understand, right? Sir, if you are trying to declare a method with the same signature, what will happen? Old copy will be replaced with the new copy. Next, two methods with the same name but different argument types. Overloaded methods possible in the J shell or not? Yes, why not? Happily it is applicable. Clear? Sir, now don't feel we can declare simple methods in the J shell. Sir, need not be. Even if you want, you can create complex methods also J shell. Sir, happily you can take a big functionality, a big business logic. If you want, you can define inside a method possible inside J shell. Sir, a simple example I want to take, sir. I want to declare a method to find the sum of given int values. You may provide 2 values, 3 values, 4 values, like any number of values, right? Yes, our method has to print the sum of provided int values, right? How you can declare a method? Normal syntax, can you please tell? Public void sum method I am taking. Public void sum method I am taking. Any number of int values you can pass, no problem at all. Any number of int values you can pass. Sir, this is nothing but what? Vararg method. Itself is nothing but what? Vararg method. Any number of int values. Now, int total is equal to 0. For each int value, x1 in x, because internally it is one dimensional array. For every int value present in this x, total is equal to total plus x1. Total is equal to total plus x1. This cycle by default will be repeated for every number present in this x. Means for every provided number, this cycle will be repeated. Now the sum is available inside total. Now system.out.println, the sum is total. Like this I am taking, sir. The sum itself is the total. So this method, is it possible to declare inside J shell or not? Why not, man? Happily we can able to declare, but not recommended, sir, to write this code in the J shell console. Better to use what? Editors. But that how you can use editor, that part I will take care in the next videos. But let me declare in the J shell console only, right? Observe, have a look once. What is the method name, sir? Please guide. What is the method name? Public void sum method. What is the argument I am taking? Int dot x. Okay, like now, sir, I am declaring one variable, sir. Int total is equal to 0. Total is equal to 0. Next, for each int value x1 in x. For each int value x1 in x. For in x, here what I have to take, sir? Total is equal to total plus x1. Observe, even a small mistake if you are doing, again you require to rewrite total code. So take a bit very special care, sir. End of the for loop, next and after that, end of the for loop, next and after that, sir, what I want to take? System.out.println, the sum. Regarding system.out.println, okay, the sum is, sir, make sure total, like this I am taking. Sir, if you are making small mistake also, it is a bigger problem. System.out.println, the sum like this, and then like. Sir, can you please cross check? Is it clear or not? Public void sum of int dot x in total is equal to 0 for each int value x1 in x. X1 in x, total is equal to total plus x1 SOP of, like this, right? Sir, that's all. Created method sum. Okay. Now I want to call sum. I don't want to pass any argument. I am not passing any argument, because where are without passing any argument also possible. Yes, the sum is the 0. Perfect. I want to pass sum 10, 20. 10, 20, the sum is the 30. I want to pass 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I am taking, sir. 50 I am taking. What is the answer? By default we are going to get, the sum is nothing but what? 150. Clear? I hope everyone can able to understand. Don't feel, sir, we can declare just a simple method. Even we can write more complex methods also inside J shell console, but it's not recommended. Okay, like next, one more concept is there about the J shell methods. You should have clear clarity, sir. Sir, I'm writing a J shell method. In that method, I'm using one variable. That variable not yet declared. Regarding undeclared variable I'm using, what will happen? Please respond. I didn't declare that variable. In Java program, if you are inside a method, if you are using a variable but you didn't declare that variable, immediately error by default we are going to get. But in J shell is the too good person. It never going to raise error. Okay? Array, some undeclared variable you are using, so until declaring that variable, don't call this method. Are you getting? Until declaring that variable, don't call this method. Like this it is. So using undeclared variable inside J shell method, using undeclared method inside J shell method, it's a perfectly possible, sir. Let me cross check what it means. Observe that public void m4 method I'm taking. Public void m4 method. Here system.out.println of x. System.out.println of x. But I didn't declare x. What will happen? Simply J shell is going to tell Durga, Anyway, I'm accepting, no problem. But if you want to call this method, first compulsory you have to declare, sir, this variable x, then only you can call. Otherwise, you are not allowed to call like this, right? Sir, let me show. Here, see this one. Let me take one method. Public void m4 method. Public void m4 method. Inside m4 method, system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println of x, sir. SOP of x like this I'm taking. Yes, immediately J shell is going to tell created method m4. However, it cannot be invoked until variable x is declared. However, it cannot be invoked until variable x is declared. Like this we are going to get, sir. Sir, now what you can able to do that? Okay, sir, I'm trying to call m4 because I'm the crack candidate. I want to call m4 directly. What will happen, sir? Immediately it's telling attempting to call m4 method m4 which cannot be invoked until variable x is declared. Which cannot be invoked until variable x is declared. Like this clearly it's going to tell, sir. What I'm taking? Int x is equal to 999. No problem at all. Are you getting? Created a variable x, and update modified method m4. Bas, m4 is already updated because now this variable is available. Now let me call m4. Now it should print 999. Everyone can able to understand, right? So even a variable not declared, still you can declare, you can use that variable inside a method. But to call that method, compulsory we have to declare, then only you can call this method. Clear for all of that? So, can I use undeclared variable inside J shell method or not? What answer you can tell? Yes, no problem at all. But you are not allowed to call that method. When I can call that method, if you declare that variable, after declaring that variable, then only you can call this method. Clear, right? Same story applicable. Here, see this one. I have one method is there, public void m5. Public void m5. Now I'm using m6. I'm using m6, but m6 method not yet declared, still acceptable, no problem at all. You can use undeclared method inside J shell method. But if you want to call this method, compulsory you should declare this one. After declaring m6 method, then only you are allowed to call m5 method. So inside J shell method, undeclared variable, undeclared methods you can use, but after declaring required member, then only we are allowed to call those methods. Up to this clear, right? Let me show this one. Have a look, sir. Sir, now my requirement is public void m5 method I'm taking. Public void m5. Inside that m6 method I'm calling, sir. M6 method I'm calling. Yes. Now it is going to tell created method m5. However, it cannot be invoked until method m6 is declared. Until method m6 is declared, you can't invoke this method. Then just I'm calling m5. Can you please tell, is it valid or invalid? Invalid. You can't call m5 because the reason is, sir, to call m5 compulsory you should require to declare m6. Observe that attempting to call method m5 which cannot be invoked until method m6 is declared. Okay. Now let me declare m6. Public void m6. Public void m6. Sir, inside that one system dot out dot println. Okay, this is m6 method calling from m5. Like this I'm taking, sir. Calling from m5 like this I'm taking. Now observe. Let me call m5. Now, sir, m6 method is going to execute because inside m5 we are calling m6. Now, sir, whenever you call m5, internally m6 method is going to execute. Clear, right? Sir, this is one beautiful concept what we have. Undeclared variables, undeclared methods we can use inside J shell methods, no problem at all. Clear up to this? Sir, now I will explain how to delete, how to drop a particular method from the J shell. No problem at all. Happily we are allowed to use which command, sir? Drop command. Yes, /drop M4. Automatically M4 method by default will be dropped, which is not available in the J shell. Clear, right? Okay, but here one small twist is there. That twist I will explain. First let me drop at least one method. Observe that, sir. How many methods are there? I don't know that. Slash methods. Are you getting slash methods? Oh, huge number of methods are there, sir. How many methods are there? M1 is there, which method is there, M2, M3, some, and then M4, M5, M6, like multiple methods are there. Sir, now my requirement is which method I don't want, sir. I don't want wish method. Can you please tell what is the code? Drop wish. That's all. Drop wish. Automatically dropped method wish of string. Okay. Now let me cross check how many methods are there. Either wish method is available or not. Not available. Wish method already gone. Sir, I don't want some method. No problem. Drop some method. Next, I don't want M4. Okay. Drop M4. I don't want M5. Drop M5. I don't want M6. Drop. So some method, M4, M5, M6, all the methods by default will be dropped, sir. Sir, all the methods by default will be dropped in a single drop command. Sir, now let me cross check methods. How many methods are there? M1, M2, and M2 of int, int and M3, right? Only 4 methods are available. Okay. Sir, now you should aware how you can drop a method. But here one small twist is there. What is that twist is? Here, suppose assume I am using drop M2. Remember this one. Hey, can you please drop M2? Can you please drop M2 like this? But with the M2 name, how many methods are there? 2 methods are there. If multiple methods with the same name available, then which method will be deleted or which method will be dropped? Please respond. If 2 methods are there, 2 M2 methods are there, sir. 2 M2 methods are there, but I am using /drop M2. Can you please tell which method by default will be dropped? Either first method will be dropped, or second method will be dropped, or both methods by default will be dropped, or am I going to get any error in the J shell? Yes, please respond. What thing by default we are going to get? Okay, make sure we are going to get error. Boss, ambiguity. Sir, how I can able to remove like this? It is going to tell. If you have such type of scenario, how you can able to handle? Yes, drop by snippet ID. You know, right? Snippet ID. For every coding snippet ID is available. Drop that snippet ID. Maybe 4 or maybe 5, whatever number if you can provide, that particular method by default will be dropped. Just aware. Observe that I am taking, sir, total how many M2 methods are there? 2 methods are there, sir. Now let me drop M2 I am taking. Drop M2 I am taking, sir. If I use drop M2, immediately it is telling the argument of references. The argument of references more than one import variable and so on. Use one sir, if you want to drop this one, then /drop 7, because 7 is the snippet ID. If you want to drop this one, then automatically drop 8, like this it is telling clearly, sir. Sir, now if you want to know snippet IDs, okay, list like this. Here M2 snippet IDs, if you observe 7, 8 this. Sir, which method you want to delete? Sir, no argument method I want to delete. Then automatically just observe. Yes, this I want to delete this one. Its a snippet ID is 7. Then drop 7. Then automatically dropped method M2 like this, right? Sir, let me cross check methods. Sir, now M2 no argument method is not available. That's all, sir. So this is about what are various important points related to JSL methods. So in the JSL, can I declare a method or not? Yes, you can declare based on your programming requirement. You can call that method any number of times, no problem at all. Even complex methods also you can use. Next, overloaded methods possible or not possible. Next, if we are trying to declare a method with the same signature, overriding is going to be happen. Old method will be replaced with the new method. Inside a method, is it possible to use undeclared variable, undeclared method? Yes. But if you want to call that method, first undeclared members, first you have to declare, then only you can able to call. Clear, right? Next, how you can drop your particular method? /drop method name you have to specify. If multiple methods are there with the same name, then we have to drop by snippet ID. That's all, friends. These are various important points related to JSL methods. Okay, let me show the notes so that you people can feel more comfortable. Observe that. Observe a bit very carefully. Working with JSL methods. Regarding working with JSL methods, right? So in the JSL, we can create our own method. How to create our own methods and so on. Next, in the JSL, there may be a chance of multiple methods with the same name but different argument types. That is overloaded methods. Hence, we can declare overloaded methods in the JSL. No problem at all, sir. We covered already all these points. Okay. Next, if we are trying to declare a method with the same signature of already existing method, then the old method will be overridden with the new method, even though return types are different. That is, in JSL, at a time only one method with the same signature is possible. Okay, like this, right? We covered. Next, and after that, to print sum of given numbers, how you can able to write the code and so on, how you can call. Okay. Next, sir, in JSL, usage of undeclared variable inside method body. Yes, I showed already this code. Next, usage of undeclared method inside method body. Yes, M2 is not declared. What will happen, sir? We covered already, right? Next, how you can able to drop? We can drop methods by name with the /drop command. If multiple methods with the same name, then we should drop by snippet ID. Okay, that's all, friends. These are things what you should aware. Sir, by end of this, I hope you can able to answer this. Is it possible to declare methods inside JSL? Hey, respond. Is it possible to declare methods inside JSL? Yes, no problem at all. Is it possible to declare multiple methods with the same name in the JSL? Yes, multiple methods with the same name but different argument types. Is it possible to declare multiple methods with the same signature in the JSL? Yes, you can declare multiple methods with the same signature. Old copy will override with the new copy. If we are trying to declare a method with the same name which is already there but with different argument types, what will happen? Different argument types means overloading. Overloaded methods, both methods will be there. If we are trying to declare a method with the same signature which is already there in the JSL, what will happen, sir? Simple, old method will override with the new method. Inside method, if we are trying to use a variable or method which is not yet declared, what will happen? Nothing will happen. You can't call this method until declaring that variable or method. How to drop methods in the JSL? If multiple methods with the same name, then how to drop this method? If multiple methods with the same name, then we require to drop with the snippet ID. Based on snippet ID, that's all, sir. Clear? Up to this, that's all. This is the story about JSL methods. In the next video, how to work with external editors, that part I will discuss. Clear? Thanks, sir.